Shalom, brothers and sisters. Raphael here, and oh crap, sorry. That's a nice way to start things. Sorry, I don't ever curse either, by the way, and I don't consider that word cursing. But anyways, I want to try and post every 2 days now because with everything that's happening, I just want to check in on you, brothers and sisters, see how you guys are doing in these times, and of course, I want to give as much opportunity as I can to Yahuah and to spread His word through whatever we can do, through social media, through anything that can get to a bigger audience, a bigger amount of people seeing the truth in YAHUSHA, the light of the world. I'm trying to do as much as I can to warn people because it's written in the scriptures that the blood will He require on the watchman's hands who does not warn the people before Yahuah does His vengeance, His wrath. So I have a duty here to warn people. So this video, I wanted to mainly focus this on the commandments and how they aren't done away with, brothers and sisters. And there's many verses on this. Now, it's more difficult for me to pull up the verses right away because I don't use online. I just literally go right into the scriptures and I show you guys the page I'm talking about. So John or Yohana, one second here. I remember it's like somewhere after Ephesians. Timothy. Hebrews, I might have went too far. I'll see. But yeah, like I said, since I don't have a computer, I actually have to physically swipe through all of this stuff, not just search up a verse. But spare this way too, because this is the true name scriptures. It doesn't have any pagan names, so no one can get misled by this. And Kepha, that's Peter, by the way, guys. Oh, where is it? I think it has to be somewhere here. I remember there it is. Okay. So right here is the first verse I want everyone to take a look at. And you guys can open your scriptures and look with me. Okay? Right here, it says, if we say we have not sinned, we make Him a liar, and His word is not in us. My little children, I write this to you so that you do not sin, and if anyone sins, we have an intercessor with the Abba, Father, YAHUSHA HaMashiach, a righteous one. So right away here, this is the verse almost everyone who follows lawless doctrine brings up this verse and says, well, if you say you haven't sinned, you've deceived yourself. Okay, well, first off, let's think about this verse a little bit. What he's saying here is that those who haven't confessed YAHUSHA HaMashiach, if they say they haven't sinned, then they are a liar. So basically, it's not speaking about, that verse isn't speaking about us. Because right afterwards, he said, I write this to you so that you do not sin. So how would that make any sense unless you think of it this way? Because he just said, do not sin, and then he said, if you say don't sin, you are a liar. So think of it this way, guys. He's speaking of those who haven't confessed YAHUSHA, and I'm sorry about my birds, they're very loud. But he's speaking of those who haven't confessed YAHUSHA. They are a sinner ultimately because they've denied YAHUSHA HaMashiach came in the flesh. But not only that, before they would do an offering every year or every few weeks, something like that, and it was written in Daniel that HaMashiach would end sacrificing and offerings, which YAHUSHA did that. 1 second, guys. In the midst of the week, YAHUSHA ended all sacrifices and offerings, being the final sacrifice for sin. So you know what this means? It does not mean you're once saved, always saved. What this means is that if you do sin, you don't gotta go sacrifice like a goat or a lamb or I was gonna say sheep, but lamb, sheep, they're the same thing. YAHUSHA was there to help you so that if you do sin, you can confess your sin to Him and then be forgiven. But that doesn't mean you can just go and sin all you want and be, oh, I'm washed in the blood. Like, you got the biggest way I make this clear is that every sin is sin. It's written in Jacob, if you break one of the commandments, it's like breaking every single one. So don't deceive yourself thinking, well, I'm keeping these ones, I'm keeping all of these, but I work on the Sabbath day, which is the 7th day. I don't like to say Saturday, but just so you guys know what I'm talking about. It's not Sunday, which if you take out the day, that just is sun worship, which many Catholics and Christians do. But yeah, you are meant to follow his commandments fully throughout, not stopping on one or two and not being able to do it, because that's just like breaking all of them. So if you think you're once saved, always saved, you can't just go, I'm sorry for the graphicness of what I'm about to say, but it's like, this is the only way some people understand. If you say that you're once saved, always saved, and you go and murder someone, are you going to say, I'm still saved? No. Like, that's ridiculous, guys. And that's, every sin is sin. Sin is lawlessness. Sin is transgression against the Torah. And that's actually written in the scriptures, and I'll show you that. And it's also written in here, where is it? Everyone having born of Elohim does not sin, because his seed stays in him, and he is powerless to sin, because he has been born of Elohim. The one doing sin is of the devil, because the devil sinned from the beginning. For this purpose the ban of Yahuah was manifest, to destroy the works of the devil. Everyone staying in him does not sin. Everyone sinning has neither seen him nor known him. Everyone doing sin also does lawlessness, and sin is Torahlessness. Remember when YAHUSHA said, "Depart from me, you workers of lawlessness, for I say unto you, I never knew you." So know how we know him? Right here. By this we know that we know him if we guard his commandments. In this one it says commands, but in all other scriptures it says commandments, so I'm saying commandments. The one who says, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments, is a liar. But whosoever guards his word truly, the love of Elohim has been perfected in him. By this we know that we are in him. The one who stays in him ought also himself to walk, even as he walked. And then he goes on to say all that stuff. I didn't mean to say it like that, but I've read almost all the Brit Hadashah, which is renewed covenant, so many times. And so we know him by keeping his commandments. You have no other mighty one against my face. You do not make for yourself a carved image, graven image of Yahuah the Elohim. You do not bring the name of Yahuah your Elohim to naught, which is to say nothing or to vain. Remember the Sabbath day to kodesh it. Respect your father and your mother. You do not murder, you do not commit adultery, you do not steal, you do not bear false witness, and you do not covet your neighbor's goods. Yeah, I had it here because I was actually reading Psalms. I'm trying to read through all of Psalms, which I've never seen something that speaks of YAHUSHA so clearly. Like the first Psalms, where is it? Psalms 1 literally says, oh no, it's not Psalms 1. It's somewhere in here, but they said that they will divide his lots, and he said that he counts all his bones. When YAHUSHA was on the stake, he already was buried, or not buried, sorry, he was already resurrected. His ruach was taken already. So they didn't need to break his bones. They broke everyone else's bones, but they didn't break his bones. Fulfilling that right there. It said also that he would say, my owl, why have you forsaken me? On the stake, YAHUSHA said, my alaya, why have you forsaken me? Samalah, which is to say, my owl, why have you forsaken me? Fulfilled that Nabu, which is prophecy, the correct word for it. And because the English language, oh my gosh, guys, it has so much bad stuff relating to witchcraft in the English language. It's terrible. I just pray to Yahuwah that it doesn't affect me when I speak this language, because it's terrible. But yeah, like everywhere in the Psalms it spoke of YAHUSHA. But anyways, if you want to fully keep the Torah, there's even more stuff. Like, you gotta give up that bacon. Don't be like me and bring up that verse where it says, whatsoever goes into a man cannot defile him, for it entereth not into his heart, but his belly, purging all meats. No. Yahusha was speaking to the Yahudim, who would they would always talking about washing their hands, or not Yahudim, they were Pharisees, they were the scribes. They were always speaking of washing their hands and washing their pots, all this stuff before they would eat. And when I saw Yahusha's Talamid, disciples, eating without washing their hands, that's where that whole thing started from. And that's why Yahusha said, do not understand that nothing that goes into a man can defile a man. Meaning, if you have dust or dirt on your hands and you eat, that doesn't make the food unclean. That's why Kepha later on, when he had a vision, he said that nothing unclean has entered into his mouth. That's what he said. And Yahuah said that, why do you call what I have called uncommon or clean bad? That wasn't speaking of food, that was speaking of the Gentiles, and that was speaking of the nation. The nations is what Gentiles mean. And that's when 3 people appeared to him. He had that vision 3 times, and 3 people appeared to him. And then he went with them to meet with Cornelius, who saw Malachim, which is angel. And that's when that man received the Ruach HaKodesh, and the Gentiles, the nations, received the Ruach HaKodesh. Brothers and sisters, I'm sorry about this. I haven't shaved. But, yeah, so he received the Ruach HaKodesh, and that was what that verse was speaking of. So, no, it wasn't saying that you can eat unclean foods. And if you showed someone a picture of them eating whatchamacallit, like pork, years later, ooh, guys would be disgusted. But yeah, give up that bacon. I gave it up. There's no pork in this house. If you want to eat a pizza, be like me. Eat a cheese pizza, eat a beef pizza, like hamburger pizzas. Well, I don't eat those, but you can eat those type of stuff, vegetarian pizzas, or if you want some meat, just eat a cow, man. Quite frankly, just you don't need that pig fat in you. Turkey's okay, cow's okay, chicken's okay. I have chicken strips almost every morning. Probably not the healthiest decision, but it's what I do. So yeah, and there's also clothing laws, which I recently have had the time with everything that's going on to actually do them properly, which is to wear one material clothing, all wool. Pants I'm wearing right now, all wool. This shirt, it's all wool. That's why I'm always kind of wearing tank tops, because they're the only ones that are all wool for some reason. All the rest of my shirts, I have polyester, all this stuff. But I honestly don't think the clothing law is a lake of fire issue. I think that's the 10 Commandments. If you break one of those, that will send you to the lake of fire. And pork, the same thing. I think those are just truly trying to take your walk to the next level and fully be doing what his Torah says. That's what I have to say about that. But the commandments, you always have to keep the commandments. Like you would have to be ridiculous to think that they are done away with, because they're not. Yahusha himself said he didn't come to abolish the law, the Torah. And with everything going on, guys, I made a video a while ago about the corona and the anti-Mashiach, all of this stuff, guys. It's preparation for tribulation. I honestly think tribulation is as close as it can get. Like, I'm at the point where I don't think we have 2 years. I think we have this year and next year for people to prepare, and that's it. Yahuwah woke me up in 2017, and I didn't really use those 2 years to prepare, but in 2019, I finally started preparing, keeping his commandments fully, not doing any sin, not loving the world, not doing any unrighteousness. So, that is how you're truly meant to follow Yahuwah, following his commandments. And there's many men, they can be like 30, 40 years old, who rather follow man's doctrine than follow what the scriptures say. And then when they have someone reapprove them, they don't like it. And it's sad to see. That's mainly when I try and speak to people about the true name, Yahuah, YAHUSHA. They rather worship Zeus and all those false ones, so their blood is on their hands. Like, that's, Shaul said that to the Yahudim, which are the fake Jews. Yahuda means Jew because there's no J. That wasn't a letter till 1500s. And there's no W either. You guys know where I'm going with this. So there's no YAHWEH, like, way. That's a false one. It's Yahuah. But anyways, I already made a true name video. This one's on the commandments. So that's really, like, with everything that's going on, like I was saying, like, I just think tribulation is as close as can be. And I think people need to get ready now, and that there's going to be a division between the sheeps and the goats right now. The goats will go to the left side, down and perish into the lake of fire. The sheeps will go to the right side, entering paradise with the Abba Father. And a lot of the deceivers are referencing sheeps to deceived people, and I think they kind of do that because the sheeps follow the flock or something like that, but I don't like it when they say that, because the sheeps, it's most of all referencing to us, followers of Yahusha. He's the shepherd, we're the sheeps. And there's wolves and there's goats in these day and ages, which almost every single celebrity and YouTuber, all those people calling themselves goats nowadays. And the goat represents Hasatan, the wicked one, Gadriel. So the fact that people are calling themselves that is people showing their true colors now. Like, we're at the point in time right now where revelation's literally coming to life right now, and people rather look away. Like, the biggest way I can explain this is people rather than hear the truth, they rather hear a lie. I guarantee you, if you lied to someone, they would be more open to listening to you than when you tell them the truth. It's just a sad reality in this day and age. Satan doesn't even hide anymore, but then they'll reapprove you, they'll mock you if you try and expose them. I know this the most, well, not more than some people, but I try and tell people in school and all that stuff. Most of them, they can think whatever they want of me, but I try to warn them. Most of them do drugs anyways, so they're not even in a right mindset to even understand what I was trying to say to them. I don't do that stuff. They do, but I don't judge, as Yahusha said not to judge. One of them even threatened to kill me just for me preaching of Yahusha and saying that drugs isn't how Noah's Ark happened. I know that's as ridiculous of a conversation they thought of. They said that they were on shrooms when they saw that, and all I have to say is it's demon possession goes in with those types of drugs. DMT, all that stuff. DMT literally stands for demon manifestation. Like, all that type of stuff leads to evil possession. It's a spiritual realm unlocked, which you're not meant to be going there right now. And there's Malachim and there's demons. Malachim angels and there's demons. And demons are influencing the youth in a bad way right now because of the music industries, the evil verses they put in rap songs, putting evil lyrics into your subconscious, because Satan's biggest target is right here. If he can get into here, then he's already taken over here, and he's taken over your whole body ultimately, if you fall for his tricks. But it's written that we are not ignorant of his devices, rather we expose darkness, not being partakers in it, and bring people from the what is it? There's a verse like bring people away from the power or the wickedness of Satan to the authority of Elohim or the power of Elohim. So bring those people, catch them in the fishing net. Remember, be a fisher of man. Catch them with your net and then bring them right back. Yeah, nice demonstration there. So yeah, guys, that's all I really have to say. I don't want to make every video 20 minutes because I don't know if everybody will watch 20 minutes. But if you do, shalom again. I hope maybe you came to a better understanding of following the commandments through this. And yeah, that's all I have to say. Corona's fake, guys. 5G actually is bad, and I'm not scared to say that on YouTube. I don't know why the supposed followers of Yahuwah on YouTube Most of them don't want to say stuff because they'll lose their YouTube channel and lose their money from the ad revenue, but I don't really care. Even if I had 1,000 followers on here, I wouldn't care if I lost this channel, because all I care about is spreading Yahuah's word. I really could care less about followers, though. I don't care about how many views I get. I just care about bringing people to Yahuah. That's all I care about. So if you guys want to watch the videos, don't even subscribe. I don't want you guys to subscribe. I don't want subscribers. I just want a lot of people to see the videos so that they come to faith in YAHUSHA. That's all I have to say, brothers and sisters. I love you guys. Always, always, always. And can end with something funny. I've never seen a squirrel sleep. And there's literally a squirrel sleeping on my damn fence. And I don't know, I just found that funny. But anyways. Yeah, I'm tired. It's a bit early in the morning, and I always wake up at like 8 o'clock. I don't know why I do that, but I do. Shalom from Canada, even though I don't like this place at all. But anyways, love you guys. Adios.